Welcome back to GENSSI LED. Today we're going to do a comparison test between our original 7x6 LED headlights that you see right here. Maybe you guys seen the videos that I've done on this one before. It's a very good headlight. Essentially, if you're on a budget, it works really well. It's definitely better than the halogens, and it's a lot more reliable than the HID. So an installation is very simple, no problems there. Very good light, but at the end of the day, we want to do something better. And what we came up with is this DOT approved 7x6 projector high beam, low beam headlight with H4 connection, and it will also come with a H13 connector extension option. And they come in chrome, and they also come in black. What we're going to do here is going to line them up next to each other. I'll do a video with basically one side being the new and one side being the old, and then I'll do another quick clip of both of the new, both sides on, just to mimic a vehicle's light and give you basically the spread on them, the distance and the cutoff line, because it should give you the perfect cutoff line. And once again, here's our warehouse, about 200 feet long, and basically we're going to be shooting it all the way down to that wall over there, which is about I want to say it's about 150 feet plus, just to give you an idea of how far it will shoot, and also at the same time the cutoff line and the side spread. Alright, so we have the intro level 7x6, and then we have our new DOT approved 7x6 all hooked up. We're going to turn off the lights here in the warehouse and do the comparison side by side, just to give you an idea of how everything looks like. Just to give you a really quick show here. This is what the low beam looks like, which is basically all the three top lights. And then once you turn on the high beam, essentially everything comes on at the same time. With the original 7x6, you have this being the low beam, which is basically the top row and one of the middle row, and then all on when the high beam is on. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the lights, and once again, just to remind you guys, here's the warehouse, and that wall, which there should be a forklift at the end of that wall, is going to be basically the mark, and you'll be able to see how far it shoots and how good the cutoff line is. Alright guys, so it's finally dark here. We have our 7x6s hooked up, and we're going to go ahead and start lighting them up. We'll go ahead and start with the old 7x6. We'll start with the low beam, which is, here we go. So this is the low beam for the original 7x6. You see it on right there. And that's the light output that it gives out. Now let's go ahead and do the high beam. As you can see, it's a little brighter. It's very scattered. It doesn't have a cutoff line. So you're going to see the difference here once I turn on the other 7x6. So we'll go ahead and turn this one off, and we'll go ahead and turn off the DOT approved 7x6. As you can see, perfect cutoff line, and that's just with one headlight on. So imagine when you have both pairs installed in your vehicle, you're going to see something amazing. Let me go ahead and turn on the high beam. There's your high beam function. And let's go back to the low beam. In comparison with the low beam of the old 7x6, this is low beam old 7x6, and here's the new one. Perfect cutoff line. As you can see, if we turn on the newer version while the old version is on, it just consumes it. And if you be patient, I'm going to go ahead and hook up the other 7x6 and have a complete pair on. Alright, so we got our 7x6s hooked up. It took me a while just to get them to stay. It was actually very difficult to get them to stay. It'll be much easier if they were installed inside of a vehicle, inside of a bezel where you can adjust them. And let me give you an idea here on the cutoff line. As you can see there, beautiful cutoff line. Now these headlights are only about 2 feet apart, so once you install them in the vehicle, you're probably going to get more of a 4-foot distance between them, which is going to give you a much better and wider spectrum. And also is going to allow you to adjust the headlights also up and down, which is going to be a lot better than just me having them on the table. Let me also show you what it looks like when you have the high beams on. There you go. High beam effect and low beam effect. And just in case the video is not doing it justice, I'll turn one of them off and move it around for you to give you an idea. And also put it on high beam. And that's about it. Thank you very much.